Welcome to another edition of Voices, a podcast by DOA. We are doing this live and on the road again here for day 2 at the Alberta Saskatchewan Waterfowl Hunting Expo. And I will be honest with the gentleman standing beside me. I don't know too much about waterfowl, maybe not anything at all. But I was introduced to Ben yesterday and he was telling me some great stuff about Delta waterfowls and more importantly, the chapter Parkland Pintails, right? And I'm also joined by
Craig Skelly.
Craig Skelly. Yes. And what are you the chapter?
I'm the chair of the Parkland Pintails.
And give us a description of what Parkland Pintails is and what it does.
So Parkland Pintails is a grassroots organization. We're part of Delta Waterfowl, but it's a group of like-minded individuals that we do a lot of stuff regarding mentored hunts, etc., hen houses, trying to get people interested in the hunting community or the waterfowl heritage.
Is this a hen house behind us?
This is definitely a hen house.
Okay. That's how green I am to the waterfowl environment.
Yes.
Awesome. So you told me something yesterday, Ben, about something that really piqued my interest. And like you alluded to, it's kind of that learning, training, new stuff. Waterfowl 101. When you told me about that program and what it provides to maybe new waterfowl hunters like myself, I was like, how do I sign up? So can you tell me a little bit about what that Waterfowl 101 program is and what it includes?
Absolutely. So our chapter's been doing our Waterfowl 101 for several years now. And the goal of Waterfowl 101 is to introduce as many people as possible to the sport of waterfowl hunting. Hunter numbers are declining and we need to change that. So we have lots of young folks out there and lots of folks of all ages that are maybe interested and just don't have the opportunity, don't know the right person to go with to show them the ropes and show them what's going on.
For sure.
And that's what we're trying to do with our Waterfowl 101.
So how is your organization, how is it funded? How do you guys get the funding to do what you guys are doing?
So we get our funds from a couple different things. We do a waterfowl banquet.
Okay.
So we do a banquet every year that's hosted by our chapter, where we do live and silent auctions, and all of that money goes towards our funds.
Oh, okay.
For the events.
I guess me not knowing anything about this, and you might laugh at the question, for Delta Waterfowls, is that like competition for Ducks Unlimited, or is it all part of the same organization, or how does that all come together?
So they're separate organizations. They have some different philosophies. They each do things a little bit differently. Delta Waterfowl is known as the Duck Hunters Organization.
Okay.
And they really are. They focus very much on hunting and hunter recruitment, a lot of biology studies on birds, different species, different locations, and they do a great job on that.
Okay.
And they're very into hunter recruitment and introducing people to the sport of waterfowl hunting.
Okay, perfect. So when is that banquet held? What part of the year?
So our banquet's held in April. This year it's the latter part of April.
Okay.
I believe it is the 24th of this year. And that's what we do. That's held in Edmonton, right at the Oilfield Technical Training Society.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. I want to ask a little bit more questions, and this is probably all something that I would learn at that Waterfowl 101 course. As a big game hunter myself, I know accessing permission on private land. Is it easier to get permission to hunt waterfowl than it is big game, or what would you suggest on how, if you wanted to get into waterfowl hunting, you see a pond or a field full of geese every time you drive by? What's your approach on approaching that landowner?
I think not to be nervous. I think going up and talking to a landowner, definitely introducing yourselves, using your first and last name is a huge piece for a lot of the farmers, a lot of landowners, etc.
Right.
And then also telling them what you're doing, right? So you're wanting to go hunt on a field that's already harvested, right? It's a little bit different than when you're taking a big game hunt. It seems to be a little bit easier, hey Ben?
Right. Would you say that landowners are more, I say, interested or accepting because the damage that waterfowl can do to their crops?
Yeah, definitely they can be for sure. I do find it's the easiest permission for hunting that you will gain, because a lot of our landowners are hunters themselves, and they might not want to have someone hunting the big game, but they don't hunt waterfowl per se, so
Right.
they might be okay with it. And then you can build a relationship with that landowner and, end up hunting on that property for years to come, and potentially get onto the neighbor's place and his friend down the road's place, and it kind of grows from there. So it starts with one landowner, and you can network from there.
For sure. So I see geese duck hunting on TV, and it looks like a great time. A couple guys in coffin blinds, ducks coming in, whatever. Let's go shoot. What do you think I would find different about waterfowl hunting than I do big game? What are some of the benefits, and what do you enjoy? What do you enjoy about it?
With waterfowl hunting, in my personal opinion, I think it's the best form of hunting to introduce a new hunter to, because there's a lot of action. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's lots of things to do. And you might be this far apart with your buddies while you're out there. So it's very social.
Right.
It's perfect for young folks because they can be within their mentor's reach to, assist with whatever they might need. They only have to really sit still when the birds are coming.
Right.
And that's easy because you can see them coming.
Is there a lot of young people and women that get into waterfowl hunting?
There can be, and we're trying to get a lot more.
Right.
There's strength in numbers, and over the years, the amount of waterfowl licenses that are sold across Canada is declining.
Right.
And we'd like to see that come up.
For sure.
At our 101, we're averaging about 30%.
Okay.
So the new hunters are women or younger people,
right,
for sure. Yeah.
And I guess for younger people, and again, I'm not a big shotgun guy, but you can get into waterfowl hunting. Can you use the 410s for hunting, or is there certain regulations on what you can use? Or
I would say that they're probably starting off with a 20 gauge would probably be the best. There are certain I don't know if you can use a 410 at all.
Okay.
You can. It's ammo availability and cost.
Okay. Okay.
But the 20 gauge is we take kids out as young as 10 years old.
Wow. And they have almost no problem?
No
They're
problem.
good?
No. Yeah. With the 20 gauge, the way the new 20 gauges are, it's pretty good.
Okay. So young people, small statured people don't have to be worried about getting knocked back. And do you guys go through some of the shooting techniques too at the Waterfowl 101?
Yeah. So we do a lot of different things at the 101, but the latter part of the afternoon, we set up clay targets and we shoot, and we start them off at stationary where they do a range and pattern testing, and then we move them into shooting out of an A-frame.
Okay.
And then we move them into shooting out of coffin blinds. So they get to try everything.
That's all part of that same day 101 training.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, after you've gone through all that, if you have your licenses and everything's up to par, you take people out for an actual hunt.
Yeah, we partner them up with a mentor, depending on everybody's schedule, and we take the kids out free of charge. It's a mentored, it's not a guiding service.
Yeah.
And they get to go out, and kids are the first time hunters, and they get to go out with a mentor.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think the only problem I have with all of it is it falls exactly when I'm hunting elk in the fall.
Yeah.
But I think for sure I'm going to work something out to come and do it. I think it would expand my hunting opportunities, right? And it's something that I've always wanted to do, but I don't know anyone that does it that can show me the ropes.
Well, you do now.
I do now. So tell us, if people are interested in the Waterfowl 101 or anything that Parkland Pintails does, where do they get a hold of you? Do you have a website or social media accounts that they can reach out to?
Yeah, you can follow us on Facebook. It's Parkland Pintails. And you can message me. It'll come directly to me. And we'll reach out.
Awesome. Great. Thank you guys very much for your time today. It was great meeting you here at the Expo. And I can't wait to get out there in the field and learn some stuff from you guys. Thanks so much.
Happy to have you.